Thank you, Danielle. And so welcome to our traffic council meeting for excuse me, for um, December 11th. Just beginning with introductions. The voting members of traffic council. I'm David Kozis, the transportation coordinator from the Public Works Department. At the beginning of the meeting, I'm joined by Captain Devine from the Traffic Bureau and Mitch Fishman, our citizen representative, and Danielle Delaney, our committee clerk. I'm sure that we're going to be joined soon by Ned Codd, a voting member of Traffic Council, the Director of Transportation for DPW. And I don't know if we're going to be joined by our city councilor. Have you heard anything about that, Danielle, or no?
Can you hear me? Counselor Downs is joining now.
Okay, good. We'll just wait one moment.
Okay, she's here.
Okay,
Hi,
good.
everyone.
Hi, Councilor Downs, and we were just finishing the introduction. So we're joined by Councilor Downs from Ward 5. And I guess first, I think I'd like to thank Councilor Downs. This is your last traffic council meeting. I want to thank you for all the work and the guidance that you offered us at traffic council over the past several years as the city council representative. Um, I know I speak for all of us when I say that we'll miss you and we wish you well. And I have a feeling we'll be seeing you around.
I'm not going far. So thank you. Very kind of you. But I'm not going far, and I will still have be taking interest in traffic council items.
And we are joined by our fifth voting member, Ned Codd, the Director of Transportation for DPW. And we do have a lot of items. I think that it's going to be pretty quick for almost all of these items. Probably pretty boring items, but we just need to get through all of them. So we'll begin with first item on the agenda, which is PC 6425, David Kozis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting to modify four sections of the TPR, which include non-resident visitor parking permits for certain city staff, after-school staff, and residents of Hull Street and Elm Road. This item was filed to respond to item number 36524, approved by City Council on November 17th, 2025. So, City Council last month approved a change to the cost of visitor parking permits. They're now going to be $25 a year. And so after that happened, I worked with the law department to work on the language to update different sections of the TPR that we're responsible for voting on to make sure that the permits that are issued currently as part of the different traffic parking districts will remain free for staff and for certain residents. So the next couple slides is the actual language that we will be voting on. So we need to make a change to this section of the TPR about the Newton North High School cycle permits, which also include the staff permits for the staff that park on Elm Road. You can see that just highlighted, uh, and you can see the highlight on this slide that we're just adding in a little line that say that these permits shall be issued free of charge in accordance with section 19202C3. So it's the same kind of thing for a couple other sections of the TPR that we need to vote to update. The section that talks about the Newtonville Neighborhood Parking District. In that section, there are visitor permits that are issued, not visitor permits, non-resident permits that are issued to staff of the the Cooper Center. So you see we're voting with this highlighted area that those permits shall be issued free of charge. And within the Auburndale Village Parking District, we issue non-resident permits to staff of the, which school is at the Williams School. So you could see the highlighted areas that we need to update to make sure that those permits are still being issued free of charge to those staff and after-school staff. Also, within the Waubun Village Parking District, we issue permits to the Ainger School staff and after-school staff to park a couple different streets, different number of permits on different streets. And you can see the edits that we need to make within that parking district on these two pages, slide 12 and slide 13, for several different roads around the school. So that's what we need to vote on. We have the language that we will be able to vote tonight. It is, I believe, TPR 1009 is where we're beginning tonight. So I'll just go ahead and make the motion to approve the language of TPR 1009 for TC 6425 for all of these edits so that the permits will clearly remain free. Mitch.
So David, so the council in November passed a requirement that all of these areas where you're deleting, the Waubun, whatever, that those are all now going to be $25 costs annually, right, to each of the people or each of the receivers?
City council vote that
I could explain that if you want.
Say again?
I said I could explain that if you want. So this was an issue that came up before Public Safety and Transportation. We had looked at why it was impossible to do online issuance of resident parking permits, and we were told that over 80% of the permits are that they distribute are free visitor permits. And I thought maybe we ought to charge, $25 for the first one and get the second one free, but that you should definitely be paying something. The rest of the committee disagreed. They wanted every single one of the permits to be $25, and that's what the council passed. And David, I just raised my hand because I wanted to thank you for all the work you did in making sure that the ones that we give to staff for free so they have a place to park near their workplaces is not affected by this change. And that's what this does.
That was, you stole the question from my mouth. That was what I was trying to figure out, because I thought that that impact would be different. Yeah, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other comments? Seeing none, we have a motion to approve the language of TPR 1009 for TC 6425. Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs,
Aye.
Mr. Cod.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0, TPR 1009.
Okay. So this, the appeals period for this goes through the end of the year. So actually in this case, the permits are all issued based on the calendar year, no, on the school year, right? In this particular case. So when they start to be issued again in September, they will continue to be free. Thank you. So the next item is TC 6525. David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting to change the parking restrictions on the south side of Highland Avenue, just west of Walnut Street, to create a pickup drop-off zone near the Cooper Center entrance. This pickup drop-off zone was included on the civil site plan from the site plan approval of the Cooper Center and replaces 3 metered public parking spaces. This is the location on Highland Avenue, just near the entrance on the corner of Highland Avenue and Walnut Street, the main entrance to the Cooper Center, which is now opened. I need to put this on. Okay, so now we see the slides appropriately. So this is the location on Highland Avenue. Here is the area that used to be metered. We used to have 3 meters right here on this section of Highland Avenue. With the Cooper Center entrance, it was decided to create a pickup and drop-off area. The meters will be removed. And this is the language that we would be needing to vote on. Removing the technical, all the regulations on Highland Avenue, and then replacing it with a series of new regulations, which are all exactly the same as before, except for number 10, which is now going to be a pickup drop-off zone between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., including Saturdays, along that stretch. So that is the presentation for this item. Are there any questions? We have the language for TPR 10. Oh, Captain Devine, go ahead.
Dave, can you show me the map again where those parking spaces will be for drop-off? Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah. And then on the other side on Walnut Street, right now is there are metered spaces on Walnut Street on that side of the main entrance. So maybe we'll just keep an eye on, the level of pickup and drop-off activity and see if any additional changes might need to be made. All right, so
I'll make that motion if you want.
good. So we have a motion made by Councilor Downs to approve the language of TPR 1010 as shown on the presentation. Any last comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman, Mitch,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs,
Aye.
and Mr. Cod.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0, TPR 1010.
Okay. Now we have a whole series of similar items. I'm just going to talk about the first one first, and then I think I'm going to open all of the other ones after we do the first one. So the first one that is TC 6625. Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW 207 10,049 for Washington Street. Note that this item and 14 others that follow, MassDOT generated an updated special speed regulation in response to the city requesting that MassDOT rescind portions of SSR number 700, number 728/728-A, and number 785, which cover Washington Street, Beacon Street, and Woodward Street, respectively. Note that 15 new SSRs are needed because MassDOT has updated its policies for speed zoning. All new SSRs are limited to a single street. Partial modifications to existing SSRs are no longer allowed, and any single modification requires a special revision to the entire regulation. So I think there's just one background slide here. It's basically, covered in the description in the language of the item itself that we have been waiting a long time since we made a request on some of our streets to reduce the speed limit along a portion of Washington Street, portion of Beacon Street, portion of Woodward Street. And during that whole period, MassDOT revised their process. They created a whole new process, and they sent a bunch of new special speed regulations to us that we now need to vote on at Traffic Council. And then after we vote on each of them, you let MassDOT know that they've been approved by the city, and then MassDOT will provide their final signature, and we could officially have the change in the speed limit along these three streets that we had voted on before. And it sort of sets the precedent for any additional future speed limit reductions, down the road, so to speak. So for this item, for Washington Street, and for every item that comes after this, what we're actually voting on is to approve MassDOT's special speed regulation the way that they are formatting it now, removing what's in the TPR. So if you look in the TPR in section 84, it has for Washington Street this old specific language of the speed limits along various points of Washington Street. We're removing that and adding in its place the new special speed regulation formatting that MassDOT has now created and will have moving forward. So I guess in our TPR, we're going to have a mix of the old format and the new format. So whenever we make a change to a street that still has the old format, we would be eventually replacing it with this type of new format. So that's what we're voting on for Washington Street and for every item that follows. And we have the language to be able to vote on. But let me just see, Councillor Downs, do you have a comment?
Question, would this also affect 5425 further down on the stuff we're not taking up tonight about changing the speed limit on Watertown Street? It's
So,
on
yes.
Mary Heaton.
So I think that what this means is one of these items that we're going to get to is Watertown. Actually, the next one right after this is Watertown Street. So now we're going to be voting on the new format for Watertown Street. And I feel like once that's all approved, that we have the new special speed zone format for Watertown Street, that it's its own standalone SSR, we will then be able to take up that item at a future traffic council meeting and be able to edit that, updated version and updated, right?
So would we then have to go back to the state for each one again, or is that something, does this simplify that?
Both are true.
Okay.
Simplifies it, and we have to go to the state again with this exact process. Request that they create an updated special speed regulation, wait for them to send it back to us. I would assume it would be much faster now that they have their new process in place. They would send it back to us. We would vote on it at traffic council, approve it, let them know that we approved it. They would issue the final signature. I believe that that's the format. I don't know, Ned, are you here? If I said anything different from what your understanding is,
No, that's I haven't honestly haven't studied MassDOT's new special speed limit information yet, but yeah, I will look into it. I believe that this is consistent with their new approach.
Right. So for instance, if someone wants to, at some point on this slide, let's say someone wants to reduce the speed limit on Washington Street between Boston and Honeywell Avenue, which is 35 miles an hour right now. Once we vote to approve this, in the future, if there's an interest in reducing that to 25 miles an hour, this would be our starting point. Then we would ask MassDOT to make an edit to this new special speed regulation, which would be in place, right?
Do we think that'll be faster?
I hope it will be.
We hope so.
Yes, I mean, this has been so long coming.
Right. We are hopeful that the delay to date has been kind of wrapped around this issue of, you know, what a hassle it is to deal with sort of multi-street special speed restrictions. And now that they have a process established to disentangle those, again, we are hopeful that it will go quicker.
Good. Well, I hope that's also their goal. I mean, you'd think, right?
It's got to be their goal too. I mean, if we looked at some of the old ones, which are some of them are extremely old, hard to read, confusing, several different streets all on the same, document. They definitely improved it and clarified it with their new process.
Good.
Um,
That sounds like a step forward. I'll make that motion if you want.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve the language of TPR 1011, Washington Street. Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs,
Aye.
Mr. Cod.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0 TPR 1011.
Okay. Now, I think I'm going to just read I think I need to read all of these. So it's just going to take a minute. I'm going to go through all of these next several items, and then we can vote on them one at a time. All right, Danielle, I do need to read each of these in the record, don't
Yes, you do, David.
I? You might get tired of my voice after a little while, but we'll just go through it quickly. TC 6725, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Cook, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10051 for Watertown Street. TC 6825, David Kosis, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10052 for Center Street. TC 6925, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10053 for Chestnut Street. TC 7025, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10054 for Beacon Street. TC 7125, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10055 for Hammond Street. TC 7225, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10056 for Cremont Street. TC 7325, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10057 for Waverly Avenue. TC 7425, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10058 for Woodward Street. TC 7525, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10059 for Lowell Avenue. TC 7625, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10060 for River Street. TC 7725, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10063 for California Street. TC 7825, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10064 for Newtonville Avenue. TC 7925, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW207 10065 for Cabot Street. TC 8025, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city adopt special speed regulation number SSR MW 207 10066 for Langley Road. TC 8125, Ned Codd, Director of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city rescind the special speed regulation for Eastside Parkway, which was approved as a safety zone in both directions for its entirety. Note that the safety zone supersedes a special speed regulation. And then TC 8225, Ned Codd, Director of Transportation of DPW Transportation Division, and David Kosis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting that the city rescind the special speed regulation for Algonquin Road, which currently has a special speed regulation of 25 miles per hour along its entire length, equal to the city's wide statutory speed limit. All right, that's all the items. Now we're going to go one by one and hopefully approve them all. All right, so this is the first one, TC 6725 for Watertown Street. Here's the current regulation in the TPR, in section TPR 84. And here's the new one created by MassDOT. Any comments? I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1012. Any last comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs,
Aye.
Mr. Cod.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1012.
The TC 6825. This is Center Street. This is our current regulation. This is the new regulation created by MassDOT. And I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1015 for Center Street. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1013.
TC 6925. This is for Chestnut Street, the current regulation, and then the new regulation from MassDOT. And I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1014. Any comments?
I wish we could change Anita Circle to Beacon Street down to 25.
Well, you have enough as stage.
I'll do the petition.
All right. So I'll make a motion to approve TPR 1014. Any other comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1014.
All right. Now we're at TC 70. This is for Beacon Street. Oh, so we don't actually need to remove anything from our TPR for Beacon Street because even though there is an actual speed regulation, it was for some reason didn't show up in our TPR.
Gotta
Maybe
go up.
deleted at some decade in
Yeah.
the past. I don't know. So
Bring
there's
it
nothing-
down.
So there's nothing. And Mitch, can you mute? So we we don't need to vote to remove anything from the TPR, but we do need to vote to add in the new MassDOT regulation for Beacon Street. So I will.
Can we remove the 30 or 35 miles an hour down on the down by Cold Spring Park, or is that? I know we had a petition in for that, but that's not in here.
Should be.
Or that is in here. We just have to wait for them to sign off on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. As soon as they sign off on it, it's official. We can remove the signage that say 35 mile an hour.
All right. Super.
I'll make that motion to approve TPR 1015. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod, Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1015.
And we're at TC 71. This is for Hammond Street. This is the current regulation that we're going to be removing, and the new regulation from MassDOT. So I'll make a motion to approve the language of PR 1016 for TC 7125. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod, Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1016.
TC 7225. This is for Cremont Street. This is the current regulation in the TPR. This is the new format from MassDOT. And I will make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1017. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1017.
TC 7325. This is for Waverly Avenue. This is the current version. It's in the TPR, section TPR 84, and the new format for MassDOT. And I'll make the motion to approve the language of TPR 1018. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1018.
And TC 7425. This is Woodward Street. This is the current version in the TPR. This is MassDOT's new version. You can see that this reflects the vote to the request to reduce the speed limit on Woodward Street. So I will make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1019. Any comments?
Yay.
Okay, Mr. Kosis,
Yes. Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0. That was TPR 1019.
Moving right along to TC 7525. This is for Lowell Avenue. This is the current version in the TPR. And this is the format from MassDOT, the new special speed regulation. So I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1020. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1020.
Now we're on TC 7625. This is for River Street. This is the current TPR language. This is what we're replacing with the new format. So I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1021. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1021.
California Street, TC 7725. This is the language that's in the TPR right now. This is the format from MassDOT. And I will make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1022. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0 TPR 1022.
All right, we're being very efficient. We are now on TC 7825. This one is for Newtonville Avenue. This is the current language in the TPR, and this is the format from MassDOT. So I will make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1023. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. TPR 1023.
Now we're TC 7925 for Cabot Street. This is the current TPR language. This is the format from MassDOT. So I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1024. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0. TPR 1024.
TC 8025 for Langley Road. This is the current language in the TPR. And here we have the format from MassDOT. And I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1025. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0. TPR 1025.
Now we're on TC 81. This is for Eastside Parkway. So our vote is to remove the special speed regulation for Eastside Parkway, remove it from the TPR, and not to add anything back in because it is now a speed, what is it now? A
Safety zone.
safety zone. The whole road is a safety zone. No need to add anything back. All right, and I'll make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1026. Are there any comments on this one?
No.
Can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0. TPR 1026.
For Downs, do you have a comment?
I have a question. Mill Street, I think, has a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit somewhere on that. So at some point, that should also be, it's either a special state speed limit or it's not in the TPR.
Right. So I think Mill Street was not one of these that had to be created by MassDOT. So I think what that means is in the future, if someone dockets something to reduce the speed limit on Mill Street, then we would have to find the current the current regulation for Mill Street. If there's more than Mill Street listed on that one regulation, probably MassDOT would need to create more than one new regulation for Mill Street and any other street that's combined on the same regulation, right?
All right, good.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with this one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so our next one is TC 8225. This is for Algonquin Road. And we would be voting to remove the special speed regulation for Algonquin Road. And I will make a motion to approve the language of TPR 1027. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye. Counselor
Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's approved 5-0. TPR 1027.
Okay. Great. Now we're on to the 5022. David Kozis, Traffic Council Chair, on behalf of Jane Colino, Director of Senior Services, requesting a temporary pickup/drop-off zone in front of the Brigham House on Hartford Street and in front of the Hyde Community Center on Lincoln Street to help accommodate the temporary relocation of services during the reconstruction of the senior center in Newtonville. So this item, we heard back in 2022. We held it for a trial while the Cooper Center was being constructed. Everyone has now obviously moved over to the Cooper Center, and this trial in Newton Highlands is no longer needed. So I'll make a recommendation to NAN this item. Any comments? Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
and Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's voted no action necessary, 5-0.
Okay. Then we have TC 6222, David Kozis, Traffic Council Chair, requesting a long-term trial to address the additional parking demand along Lincoln Street and abutting streets in Newton Highlands, resulting from the temporary senior center relocation. So just like the previous item, this item was heard back in 2022. It was held for a trial. This is for temporary staff permits in Newton Highlands for the senior center staff down in the Highlands. So they used these permits for the past couple of years. Now they have moved to the Cooper Center in Newtonville, have their own permits over there now. And this item can be voted NaN. All the previous restrictions for this item and for the previous item go back to take effect again. So everything reverts to how it was before. Any comments on this? Okay. Danielle, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, that's voted no action necessary, 5-0.
Then we just have one last item. Councilor Downs, do you have a comment on this item?
I do. It is my last meeting as a voting member of Traffic Council, at least for the time being. And I wanted to thank you and the other members of the Traffic Council for an excellent couple of terms, and particularly for your chairmanship. And I don't know if I get a vote on this final item, but I'd highly recommend that you return as chair.
Thank you.
I think you're doing a great job.
I agree. Thanks for all you do, Dave.
Thank you
David,
all.
David, I feel the same way. Very good.
I agree.
Oh, geez. Okay.
About warm and fuzzy. Okay. So here's our last item. We do need to have nominations and a discussion for who is going to be the Traffic Council Chair for 2026. I think we had this little discussion already. Would anyone like to make a nomination?
I would like to nominate you, Dave, to continue your fine stewardship.
Thank you. I accept
Yeah.
the nomination.
I would like to second that, and I would like to make a comment that I have the privilege of seeing David in action up close as he performs his preparation for chairing the meetings, and the thoroughness and the seriousness with which David takes the work. His preparation is excellent, and I would be thrilled to have David continue in this role, and very sad for many reasons if he did not. So I second that.
Thank you very, very much. Any other nominations? Okay, so we'll close the nominations, and we need a vote. So Danielle, can you please summarize the motion and call the roll?
Mr. Kosis,
Aye.
Mr. Cod,
Aye.
Mr. Fishman,
Aye.
Captain Devine,
Aye.
and Counselor Downs.
Aye.
Okay, so Mr. David Kosis is chair for the year 2026. That's approved, 5-0.
Thank you. Mitch, did you have any other comment?
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry to see Counselor Downs leave. I've been on 2 terms now, I think, and she's given me a lot of help along the way, and I've taken a lot of lead, and I've learned a lot, and I have appreciated getting used to the job, so to speak, and I'll be sad to see her go.
We'll see you
Thank you.
around town, I hope.
I agree, Mitch. Councilor Down, it's been a pleasure working with you and learning from you for the past year and a half.
Same. I've learned a lot from you and from David and from Ned and from Mitch.
Thank,
You know, I've
thank
been-
you very much for your service, Counselor.
I've been chair
And you
for
for
a long
yours.
time, and it used to be that we would meet in City Hall, and I would always bake a cake whenever it was someone's last meeting, and I wish we could be in City Hall and have a little cake. So I guess it's a virtual cake.
My waistline appreciates the virtual cake.
Okay, so our next council meeting is going to be either on January 15th or January 29th. We're not sure yet, and so this is the end of our business for 2025. I guess I'll just wish everyone a happy holiday season, and good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Happy
Good night.
holidays.
Same
You
to
too,
everybody.
Danielle.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you.